Shabbat achim gam yachad. You know this. Sing with us. Hine matov u'manayim. Shabbat achim gam yachad. 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 Hine matov u'manayim. Shabbat achim gam yachad.
The tale is told of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, who went to the bathhouse before Shabbat, removed his clothes, his coat, went in, came out, his coat was missing. Returning home coatless, his wife naturally asked, "What happened to your coat?" Levi Yitzchak replied, "Someone must have taken it, and no doubt mistaking it for their own coat." In that case, asked his wife, "Where is his coat?" Levi Yitzchak thought for a minute and said, "He must have forgotten to bring it." Every day brings us a choice: to assume the people around us are wrongdoers, evil in their intent, out to take and get what they can from us, or to see others more or less as good people, doing the best they possibly can. So long as you still have your coat, your ability to see others in an open-hearted, warm way brings blessing beyond what you know. We are here on this post-New Year's, very quiet, lovely Shabbat, and it's really a gift to be able to be here. It's my mother's yahrzeit, so I thought my mother, Leona Serkman, maybe I'll talk about her during Kaddish. But I wanted two people who were observing their own mother's yahrzeits to come light candles. So Susan, Sabrina, come on up. We're on page 120 in your prayer books, page 120. You each get a light. No, you light one, you light one. No, it's good. Wrong song, but it's okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlikner shel
On page 142, we greet those angels
We're
of
going to
Shabbat.
do Kiddush first.
But, we didn't do Kiddush yet. But just wait 1 minute. Let's do Kiddush. I'm going to give the cup. We're going to rise for Kiddush on the next page. I'm going to give it, the Delahanties are both observing the yahrzeit. Is that correct? Where are you guys? Right there? All right. All right. Pass this down to the Delahanties. This is called Free Flow. Let's mark a yahrzeit Shabbat. Don't take a sip, please, please. We didn't do Kiddush.
Not till they bless it, at least.
Mina, we didn't do Kiddush yet, don't you know?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zicharon lema'aseh bereshit Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim.
Please be seated as we turn to page 142 for Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharin, Malachei Elyon. Mi Malach, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi malach, malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi malach, malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi malach, malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Just yai-lai. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. A nigun for Shabbat, a wordless melody, though we'll add 2 words that I think you know. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, yai-lai, yai-lai, lai-lai, lai, yai-lai, lai-lai, lai, yai-lai, lai-lai, lai, yai-lai, yai-lai, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
And on 138, we greet the Sabbath bride, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrakana yadadai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shemot tifaret v'litihila lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'lecha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikadem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tzlila lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela Hidorari kiva horech kumi ori uri shir dabari kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha u'betzola toch emunei am sekulam boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. We take a moment to greet each other.
Shabbat shalom.
It's a one-liner. One-liner. As we rise for the Baruch Hu on 146, as we rise for the Baruch Hu on 146, as we rise for the Baruch Hu on 146. Perfect, perfect.
You're not going to say the rest
Nah,
of
I'm
the
not
line?
going to say it. No, I'm sorry.
All right, we sing.
I'll sing it.
Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Yay, lay, 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 lay. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
The prayer that leads into the Shema is the Ahavat Olam, or the Ahava Rabbah if you're in the morning. It talks about God's great love for us. But there has to be a connection between God's love for us and our love for God. How is that manifested? In essence, Rabbi Hanina ben Dosa's teaching is our guide. When you ease your neighbor's heart, you make heaven smile. The aim is to bring care and love to the people around you. Maybe that's how we make God one. On page 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושינתם לבנך ודיברת בעם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמן.
Together on the top of 157, leading us to the shores of that sea. Join me. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching. Atop 158.
Yay, lie,
Yay, la, 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 la.
yay, lie, lie,
La, 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 la.
yay, lie, lie, yay, lie, lie, yay, lie, lie. Mi chamo chama helim Adonai, mi chamo chana
Edar bakodesh,
noratehi lo dosefele, noratehi lo dosefele. Malachot charahu vanacha, okayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zehelianu ve'amru, zehelianu ve'amru. Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai Imloch le'olam va'ed. Yay, lai, lai, la, lai, la, 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 lai. Yay, lai, la, lai, la, 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 la. Yay, lai, la, lai, lai. Yay, la, 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 la. Yay, la, lai, lai. Yay, lai, 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 lai.
On 162.
Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berith olam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berith olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berith olam. Ki sheishav yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berith olam. V'yom hashvi'i Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berith olam.
In a moment, we're going to rise for the tefillah. We're going to ask God to open our lips, our hearts. We're going to do the avot, gevurot, and kedusha, and then some time for personal prayer. Rabbi Pinchas of Koretz reminds us, the Eternal One accepts every invitation. You seek God, extend the invitation. We rise on page 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGipur Man Avraham, El חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם למען שמו באהבה ולחוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ברפא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר בכבודך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני הקדוש.
Either the prayers of your heart or the prayers on the page through 180, now is the time to extend the invitation.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael V'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim
praying for those who face the future not fully whole. I'd love if you could stand, more connected as a congregation. If you can reach out to somebody around you. People can't heal on their own, so grab a hand, an arm, as we pray for those in our lives, in our world, in our congregational family, so in need of healing.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We especially call to mind at this moment of prayer for healing Matt Scarpa, Howard Weiser, Missy Garrity, Jane Hoffman, Bruce Cawley, Michael Howard, Arnold Becker, Steve Leffler, Wendy Brooks, Natalie Ritter, John Campbell, Jennifer Halpern, Christopher Finch, Lynn Finch, Lauren Riggs, Christy Riggs, Dave Richards, Elise Silverman, Donna Bookstein, Brad Dembski, Steve Gutman, Joel Brill, Jackie Pearsall, Frank Fazzolari, Kara Ruttman, Jack Blumenfrucht, Millie Marmer, Kristen Harris, Ian Spear, Ariel Eden, Sam Phillip, Jody Kahn, Joseph Spinelli, Andy Rosenthal, Enid Elton, Paul Wiggins, Marlo Wiggins, Stanley Tereski, Pat Ryan, and Jerry Gallner. Anyone here add a name in hopes of healing?
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Amen.
We thought we'll have a minion, a little more.
Need more? Yeah, I got more. Yeah. I got plenty. As I said, I got exactly enough. There's another metaphor in a different testament, but I'm not going to go with it. We're close? Are we close? No, wait, hold on a second. Wait, no. I gave them, no. The Liptons are hogging, okay? I just want to tell you right now. Here we go. My pleasure. So, what's the biggest revelation in all of Torah? God's revelation of Mount Sinai? No. The biggest revelation in all of Torah, especially for us this year, and you're going to tell me why, you have to finish our 12-minute teaching, with why the Amen effect is really the sod, the central, maybe secret or hidden lesson for today's Torah. The biggest revelation in all of Torah is in this week's Torah portion in Vayigash, when Joseph meets his brothers and finally shares who he is, shares with them his true identity, because he's been keeping it a secret. He has been concealing. He has been holding back. And this is the moment of revelation. Just what does it mean for us trying to understand who we are? Excuse me. Maybe senders, do you mind being my readers? Will you be my readers? Come on up. Come on up. I need 2 readers. Are both these on? That's on? No. Is this on? Now it's on. And that's on. Good. So come on up here. One of you guys one side, one of you the other side. This is for the tall person. There you go. So the Hebrew's there. What is the secret power a name can contain? Somehow revealing his name does more than reveal a name. As it says, Joseph can no longer control himself in front of all his courtiers, and so he yelled out, Hotzi kol ish me'alav, in essence, get out of here, everybody. V'lo amad ish ito behid vada Yosef el echav, not a person stood there. Nobody was there as he revealed himself to his brothers. Vayitein et kolo bivechi, his voice was raised in crying out in tears. Vayishmu mitzrayim, vayishma beit paro. Of course, there's a little irony in the text. It's great, right? He didn't want anybody to know, anybody to be there, but the whole Egyptian court and Pharaoh heard. He cried so loud. What does he say? What are the 2 words? It's the 3rd sentence in Hebrew. Vayomer, the 2nd line down, far left. Vayomer Yosef el echav, ani Yosef. I am Joseph. Ha'od avichai. Is father still alive? My father, by the way, he says. And the brother's reaction? V'lo yachlu echav la'anot oto. The brothers, they couldn't answer him, his brothers. Ki nifhalu mipanav. They were so, you could translate it dumbfounded. They were so frightened, so awestruck. You could say in his presence. I would translate it by his face. All right, we got 2 modern, very current readers or interpretations. One is the great Rabbi Larry Hoffman, right? Who wants to be Larry Hoffman?
I'll go.
Be Larry Hoffman. Go ahead.
Ani Yosef, the brothers are perplexed by Joseph's inexplicable treatment of them. But the minute they hear, I am Joseph, says the Chofetz Chaim, everything made sense. Ani Yosef was no simple presentation of a calling card. It was the solution to a mystery, like I am Adonai, says the Chofetz Chaim. We too, at times, are supposed to announce ourselves in a way that testifies to who we are. Our name alone can be an electrifying statement that precludes all doubt as to the necessity for goodness, decency, and moral depth. What's in a name? Shakespeare asked. A name is everything, Jews answer. Presumably, our parents named us with great expectations of what we might become, not by virtue of our professional accomplishments, but on account of our moral fiber, the measure of what we call character. Is our name sufficient to believe in a world that is holy because we are moral and true to it? Or does our name make people cringe because it announces implicitly that we are not?
Right, so somehow our name carries with it an identity that bespeaks the essence of who we are and how we are in the world. Does anybody here have a nickname that they can say publicly that was given to them that was a name that they're proud of, or a name that stuck, or a name that they were called? Does anybody have a nickname that they would share? Maggie? Meg is your nickname. What's your real name? You're not going to tell us, right? Right? So Meg is a name. But Meg is your identity, right? Somehow saying our name when we haven't said it for a long time reveals or affirms who we are. Who here? I'm one of the people. Has a Hebrew name that others would say endearingly or call us by. Does anybody have a Hebrew name that they would call by? Anybody? Bob. Chaim Yankel? Yaakov? Chaim Yaakov. And would your parents or grandparents say it endearingly? When you did something good? But it was just, but it meant more than Bob. Okay. Steve? Shmoo. I love Shmoo, right? His name is Steve, but when I call him Shmoo, it's a loving appellation, right? It's loving. My name is, crazily, Ani Yosef. My name is Joseph. My name is Yosef. I'm named after my grandfather's father, who I didn't know in life, but who was the shortest human being I've ever seen. He was a little guy, and I'm told, great sense of humor and loved fish. I mean, salty fish. So I loved him, right? You have a name that you... It's because it's a Yiddishism. It carries warmth. Somehow saying the name, right, means more. And there's right? The revelation to the brothers of Ani Yosef was also a revelation to Joseph. When he said his name, he understood something that he hadn't understood before. What? Jen. This is really his real name, Professor Peter Pitzela. It's not the best name, right? But that's his name. He was a professor of drama and Bible, and also he worked at Four Winds for a long time. It's a Pitzela. It's a Pitzela. By the way, no translation. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
This scene had a profound impact. Then Joseph made himself known to his brothers. The same word is used when Adam and Eve, after eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, first look at each other and know that they are naked. In the language of the stage, this moment is a koutzit theater. The Greeks call it peripetia. It is a moment of confession, sudden, astonishing, cathartic. It precipitates the complete reversal of previous expectations. I am Joseph. Is my father still well? The one who is dead is alive again. The past is present. The beginning is the end. The hidden is revealed. Joseph, who at various crucial moments in his life is stripped and cast down, here strips himself on his own pretensions and resumes his place among his brothers.
So somehow, in revealing himself to his brothers, Joseph reveals himself to himself. He understands something about himself that he maybe didn't quite before, and the name carries with it a possibility of rebirth, right? If you can live up to that name, if you can actually become or be that name, you can be something more. Your name, and what does the word Yosef mean? The one who adds on, the one who makes greater, Lahosif. Right? Give us the last paragraph.
For the brothers, it is as if life has a secret charge, a hidden spring which, now released, reveals the miraculous. For Joseph, who thought he knew what was going on all along, a mysterious light now flashes. As he reveals himself to his brothers, something is revealed to him. His whole history makes a new kind of sense. Joseph reclaims his name, Ani Yosef. Yet not until this moment does Joseph understand that he himself had always been, was supposed to be, the instrument of God's salvation. In this moment of comprehension, Joseph steps into, or is it out of, his dreams. He knows now and acknowledges in this moment who has dreamed up this plan in the first place. So, it was not you who sent me here, but God.
Thank you. So what does Joseph understand in revealing his name that he may not have understood before? Remember, who's Joseph? He got a different name. He was Zaphanat Paneah. He was given a name by Pharaoh. He was living basically as an Egyptian. All of a sudden, he says out loud his name, the name of his birth, the name his father gave him, the favored son name, the name that came with a coat of many colors. Joseph says the name and realizes in a flash, as his life flashes before him, oh my God, this is all a setup. Somehow, I'm supposed to be me here. I'm not supposed to be high up on that throne, second in command of all of Egypt. I'm supposed to be down here with my brothers because God sent me ahead of you to save life. What's the big worry in our lives? That in trying to succeed, in trying to be that, right, to make a name for ourselves, we'll forget our name. Or we won't actually live out the truth and the blessing of our own name. When Zusia's on his deathbed, his students are gathered around, he's fearful. One of them says, "Are you afraid of dying?" He says, "No, I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid that when I come before the throne of glory, God's going to ask me, not, why were you not more like Moses, but why were you not more like Zusia?" Our goal is to be who we are. Our goal is to live out and up to our name. Sharon Brous in chapter 5 of The Amen Effect says, our life's work, you don't have it here, it's not on your page, it's on my page in pencil. Our life's work is to hone the spiritual and moral clarity in order to live into our purpose. I would add, and to live up to our name. The names we were given are a gift. A lot of us think we're supposed to be a title. She's Leora. I'm Jeff. That's who we are. The greatest thing we can do is to become the blessing of our name. Just a little stuff to think about. 12 minutes. You give me 12 minutes, I'll give you the world. That's it.
Karen and Mark, do you want to help us open the Ark doors for Alinu? We are on page 586 at the bottom as we rise together.
Alinu l'shabach l'adon hakol l'tikidula liatzer rishit shelo asani kuyei haratzot velo samanu kemeshpachat ha'adama shelo sam chalkeinu kaham v'gahor aleinu kachahamona ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום
Getting ready for Kaddish on page 598. You can sit down for a sec. You can sit down. It's okay. Have a seat. There are many yortsides, but one sticks out. One name sticks out for me. That's Leona Serkman. You can see I can't stop but smile when I say my mother's name. My mother was the most supportive, loving human being. She was a little bit Captain Obvious, if you know what I'm saying. She would say exactly what you knew. But my mother couldn't have been a more doting mother for both of her children, but especially her baby, who she told in the first grade when I came home complaining that I was short. I said, "I'm like the shortest kid in class. What is this?" She said, "You could be president if you're short. It doesn't matter. It's okay." And I said, "Okay, I could be president. There you go." My mother's name was Leona. She was the third child of 4. My Uncle Mal is still with us and doing well. My Auntie Frankie passed, and her older sister, and Uncle Arnie as well. My mother was called Nona, like Leona, but Nona was her nickname. She was 13 or 14 or 12 years older than Uncle Mal and took care of him a lot. Today, Uncle Mal would be called a surprise. Uncle Mal, if you're listening, I know you really weren't. It was a planned thing. I think my grandmother may have been like 39. Oh my God, 39, maybe 40. Truth be told, my mother's presence brought light. She was a trained singer. Mom sang in the Pentucket Choral Society. She sang at the Boston Opera Company. Her singing partner was Roberta Peters. My mother really could sing. She was great. I flunked out of 7th grade clarinet. It did not work for me. But the gift of my mom was her voice, but more than anything, as you can understand, her doting love, which made me believe that, in fact, I was somehow God's gift. And she let me know that I had great things to offer the world. I didn't 100% believe her, but I'm quite sure it made me who I am. We celebrate many yortsites, many people, so if we rise, if you want to rise for Kaddish, we should do that together. As we acknowledge all the yortsites in the congregation, this Shabbat of Hyman Levy, Lottie Alderson, Jacob Cohen, Roberta Ross, Sabrina's mom, Elizabeth Nadler, Adolph Pustrin, Jacob Cohen, Joseph H. Roth, Zachary Berg, Ruth Cohn, Peggy Mann, William Fleischer, Yvette, your stepfather, Karen Frankel, my dear friend, Frederick Cronin, Barry Fishman, Richard Bernstein, Amy Sharonow, Warren Carson, Joseph Schenkerman, Neil Orand, Ruth Lusk, Carol E. Spiegel, Phyllis Kamen, B. Huberman, Susan, your mom, Adelaide Prince, Judy, your mom, Miriam Eldrick, my mom was Leona Serkman, John J. Delahanty, your dad and namesake, Dora Wolfovich, Fran Trachtenbreut, Aaron Schwall, Rabbi Milton C. Rabinowitz, Peter Gottfried, Meggie, your brother, Jerry Kreisberg, Amy's dad, Robert Mahler, David Sadowski, Bob, your dad, Rose Zuckerman, George Felton, Rose Gordeski, Rita Bank, Ida Rosanoff, Rose Yanoff, S. Herbert Golden, Bertha Rothman, Johanna Singer, Edja Jacobson, Frida Zeiler, Bill Blockton, Samuel Belkin, Marvin Mitchnick, Robert Barron, and Vivian Whitwer. To those names, we link many who were within the past 30 days, Shaloshim, laid to their eternal rest. Barbara Davis Kerwin, mother of Andy, Andrew, John, and Peter, and Daniel, along with Jennifer, grandmother of 6, predeceased by her husband Paul. Elena Billick, mother of David and Kari, along with Anna, grandma of 4, predeceased by her husband Saul. Reuben Chess, son of Quintus and Laura Chess, brother of Sarah, Lila, Rachel, and Edith, grandson of Doris. Helene Len Rubin, mother of Lori, Morgan, Lynn, Stephen, Karen, and Kathy, grandma of 9, great-grandma of 9, predeceased by her husband, Rich. Joan Gross Scheuer, 103, mother of Marion Scheuer Sofair, Daniel, Jonathan, grandma of 12, great-grandma of 13, predeceased by her husband, Dick Scheuer, and their children, Rick and Barbara. And just this past week, Al Atkins, husband of Judy, father of Mike and Dan, along with Rachel, grandfather of Nora. And to be laid to their eternal rest on Monday, Richard Allen Rosengard, father of Mark, Paul, Dana, and Glenn, along with Rachel, Paul being my oldest friend in the world. I'll be officiating in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Grandfather of 10, great-grandfather of 6 grandsons. And to be laid to his eternal rest here at LT on Tuesday, Steve Marcus, husband of Emily Laitman, father of Becca, along with Artie, grandfather of Asher and Inez. We link those memories to all of those whose love still lives in our hearts as we share in words of Kaddish. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon v'yomechon u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen, Yehei shmei rabba mivorach le'olam olomei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush birchata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen, Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen, Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be our blessing. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm Beth Belial. I bring Happy New Year greetings to everyone in the sanctuary and on the live stream on behalf of the Board of Trustees. And thank you to our clergy for a beautiful and very warm service tonight. While it's a quiet New Year's week in life, but at our temple, we never sleep. There is great Torah teaching tomorrow by Rabbi Serkman at 9 a.m., Hever Torah in the Jacobson Center, and we will hear more about the continuing saga of Joseph. At 10:30, the informal morning minyan will meet in the library, and if you are remembering a loved one for Kaddish or want to join us to say Misha Barak for healing of a family member or a friend, please come, and that time provides a time for that spiritual connection. Lots coming up in January. Something near and dear to me and our whole temple is the Martin Luther King weekend celebration with Straight Gate Church. That will be the weekend of January 17th for the Shabbat shared service here, and then Sunday, January 19th, where church comes to temple. It's an incredible weekend. I hope you will join us. It's not to be missed. Then on January 26th, there is an incredible concert by our artist in residence, Charlie Kramer, giving a concert called Singing in the Dark. Please check the website for additional information, family Shabbat services, mitzvah core projects, lots going on in January, and there's something for everyone. And I just want to say personally, continuing this Amen effect, we just got through a season of light and holidays and the New Year, but for a lot of us, the holidays are a little dark, and New Year's might not feel very exciting or great. And even though we're hoping and praying for peace and comfort, if you need someone, it's not always a happy time. So there are people here. Our clergy is pretty incredible, and you just need to reach out and say your name and come for help, because there's always someone here to listen and hold your hand. So Shabbat Shalom, and know that this temple is here for you in light and in darkness. Have a great weekend.
Since I'm playing the part of cantor tonight, the cantor would be remiss if I didn't chime in to say that Charlie Kramer, who's going to be here in a few weeks, is not only a very talented musician and songwriter, inspiring leader in the Jewish community, but is blind. And Singing in the Dark is going to take us all into just a little bit of that experience and the power of music. So really do make sure you mark your calendars for that experience.
Yeah. What's closing song?
I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I don't know,
It's a good one. It's a good one.
We rise.
6:25.
I don't know, Lam.
I share my life.
It's here, Nifra. As I'm an action, I don't know, Lam. Live, I don't, you must know, I don't know, Lam. I don't know, Lam. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'Terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa. Asai Melech Shemo Nivra Adon Olam. Shabbat Shalom. Way to go, Rabbi. It was so much fun.